Hello and welcome everybody to round 8 of Hyper Tier Racing in Tier 1. You're joining me, Desert 10, in the comms box once again as we watch the cars. They're going to go round Hungary tonight. With me, special guest in the comms box, although he's having some sort of issues, is Mr. Norton himself, but with whatever issues, he can't speak at the minute. I'm going to suggest for him to leave the party and rejoin. But in the meantime, as you see, we got dry weather at the Hungary, and so why Smiggy left the session here? One of the newbies, Demi, has pit lane. So I'm going to stay on board with him. Well, I'm not actually. I'm going to see that Basketball Dan is also out on an outlap, and so is Tom. And quite a few people, including myself, have had some issues connecting to the EA servers. So missing a few of the regulars, a few of the veterans, if you like. And Norton, for for some reason, is having issues talking. So whilst he tries and figures it out, I'm going to jump forwards. I'm going to stay on board with Demi. Demi is going to try and rejoin. So 14 turns around the Hungary as we see Demi come round, final turn, and starts his lap, rear wing open, full throttle down to turn 1, a tight right-hander. See where the infamous Bottas collision, taking out several cars a few years ago, as we see a Ferrari parked on the second DRS straight there. Round goes Demi, no, not really affected by that, as he approaches what I think is a lovely part of the track. Careful with the track limits there, and careful with the inside curb at turn 5. 6 and 7 is the chicane, and then now we've got a twisty part of the track, all about taking the right lines into this part, not cutting any corners, not going too far wide, especially there. He's kept it inbound as Demi. Turn 12, right angled right-hander. Good overtaking spot there. And then watch the inside curve as he comes around 13. And 14, take different lines into that one. And then get full throttle, power down to the line. Your first time on the board's a 1:16.205 from the Red Bull. We've got, I think it's Basketball down next to come across the line, catch the last corner of his run. On 20.169. Yes, Damien. I'll restart the stream after qualifying. Yeah, after qualifying, I'll reset the stream and maybe that will fix it. Because we've seen more guys in the 116s. Zach, another newbie in the Mercedes tonight, 116.2. Ration is a championship leader in a 116.3, so the Mercedes looking very good. Matthew with a 116.7, and Tom with a 116.7 as well. 500 between them. I think the Red Bull's next. No, that will be... Oh, and there's a 5-place grid penalty. Tom and Matthew have collided on their in-lap. I don't know if there'll be a ticket open for that. There's... You see one of the Haas drivers, I think. It's a Nesbate. So Haas now in control of the Tier 1 constructors. And they'll be looking for another good result here. He comes round the final corner. Get that rear wing open. And Esbe goes sick with a 117 dead. Alfa Romeo goes into the pit. Smiggy and Esbe's teammate. What's he going to put in? 124.4. Maybe he was hampered there. Two Mercedes are about to box. Benjamin is about to set his first time of the night. He goes forward with a 116.6. Very quick times being put on the board here. McLaren's just about to start his positive. Start his flyer. So we'll stay on board with him. Ferrari showing in the middle of the track for whatever reason. As you see though, Positive just ghosting through him. It's not hampered him. So round turn 3. Up to turn 4. It's like kink. And then he goes. Six and 7 can easily ride too much of the curb there, but Positive's done it nicely. And then you've got to get into a rhythm. 8, 9 and 10 come at you quick. As I said before, 11, just don't run too wide out of here. Positive's kept it in bounds. Turn 12, pick your braking spot, turn it in. 13. A lot of people get caught out by the inside there. Positive's doing alright here though. With a tight line round the last corner. And he goes quickest with a 1:15.896. That was a very good lap from the McLaren driver. Taken 1 week off just to sort himself out, and he's back amongst the front runners. Love to see it. In the meantime, we've got Raptor. He's on a lap. So I'm going to stay on board with him with not too many doing much out there. Raptor comes into the final few corners. Didn't have the best return to HTR last week as he reserved in Japan. Can it be better for him this time around? He goes 7th with a 1:16.7. Behind him, it's Zach. No improvement there. Or just about to start. Bicyc, in the meantime, has just binned it final corner. So, no time for the Tier 2 driver. Still down in the meantime. Is invalidated, so nothing will count this time around. In fact, he's in the 2 minutes here. On his outlap, hasn't put time on the board just yet. Hurricane, he's invalidated in 2 minutes. So he'll be going again, no doubt. Is that Magnetic behind him? No, it's Fallow. One going well at the minute in the championship. Another one also invalidated. So maybe the Mercedes is on a flyer and looking pretty tasty. It's Creations coming through. Taking that wide approach at 14. Race to the line. Or is he just about to start his lap there? So the game is a bit confusing. We've got Ferrari returning to the pits. We've got Zach crossing the line, not pointing. Magnetic invalidated. Next is Tom. I think he's just prepping for his run. So we've got 8 minutes or just over for the drivers to put in the fastest times. And Demi's actually gone. He's gone down the exit of turn 11. So that's one Red Bull out as Pepsi. There's another who's going to complete his first time run. He's got an Alfa Romeo in front of him. Ooh, I don't know if that's hampered him or not. Either way, he comes around the final corner. It's going to be the first time on the board for the Red Bull driver. He's only gone and put a 1:18.397 on the board. Might have words though with the Alfa Romeo there. In fact, I'm sure those two probably were in the same party. So I don't know, lack of communication going on there. In the meantime, Smiggy. Oh, and I've just been told, my eyes and ears at Fallow's round, maybe he's letting a few people through as well. And that's Benjamin, I think, who's just put in an absolute belting lap. Yeah, 1:16.112. So he looks to be Positive's challenger. His magnetics just improved to a 1:17.142. Next is an AlphaTauri across the line. It'll be Tom. Tom jumping up to P5, 1:16.335. Mercedes is pitting. And next will be an Aston Martin. It'll be Basketball down. No. Called it a day there. Here comes Matthew. I hope he's turned his line off, by the way, since our server race. No cheating going on, please. He only improves by 22 hundredths. So no new places for Matthew. There's a McLaren across the line. Positive. Just about to start his flyer. I think Smiggy puts in a 1:16.301. He goes P5 for now. These are some quick times now. We won't be seeing these times tomorrow, that's for sure. Magnetic is boxing. Tom. Yep, not registering that time. Raptor. Can he improve? No, he's in the 2 minutes, so he'll be going round again. So, approaching the 5-minute mark, where everyone will be planning for their final runs. Positive. Apparently on a flying lap of purple sector 2. I know that can be a bit of a glitch sometimes, but it's certainly a good indicator. No, he's put it into the pit. So, as I said, I think everyone's now thinking about their final runs. Matthew. Please tell me he's underfueled. He'd made this mistake in Japan. Or no, he's just going very, very slow. And so only a 1:58.686 from Matthew there. Not his best. And we need Basketball down, I think, to get out of his way at some stage. Raptor into third. Oh, he's hit form now. Has the former tier 2 driver, 1:16.112. In fact, exactly the same time as Benjamin. Good effort from the Ferrari. I'll tell you what, the race for pole could be quite exciting in the final runs. I think there could be a few changes in that top 5, top 6 places. Matthew's invalidated. So I mean, Basketball Dan will be the first to start his final lap, that's for sure, because he's already on his out lap. That's if he's got enough fuel for it, because it looks like he's got an invalidated lap currently. Here we go. 3 minutes to go. So we'll stay on board with him. DRS open. And a nice tight line. Turn 3. He's kept it in bounds just about there. Which meant that he's carried all the momentum through. Next is the chicane for him. It's nice and smooth. What can he do through here? Oh! And that's a huge spin. Back end, I think, just slid away from him. And he's kept it out of the wall, but that's him done. And unless he's got an excess amount of fuel in there, we're going to jump on with Magnetic, who's up a 10th as he comes into sector 2. That was close, but he's kept it legal. Andrea finally disqualified for him parking his Ghost in the middle of the second straight. As you see everyone by the track map out there for their outlaps. We're on board with Magnetic still though. He's going to come round the final corner. How many places is he going to go up? The track really rub it in. It's a few for him. It's 1:16.561. And that will do him unless he's got enough fuel for a second run, but I doubt he has. Got Haas coming through. Nesbate appearing. What? Yeah, it says 9 minutes. That's a good effort from him if it is. In fact, I'd give him pole position if that was actually his time. Williams, isn't it? Benjamin. No. No, nothing there. Any of the Mercedes, I think they're just starting their runs. See, this is the fun bit of qualifying. To keep track of as you flick through and try and identify the drivers as they come past the line. And Nesbate, I'm told, is up by a 10th. So, one of those in pretty good form in Tier 1. And as I said, part of the informed duo that lead the constructors. The Alpines are very close to one another as Positive puts in a 1:15.817. Beat that, he says. Who's going to rise to the challenge? So Nesbate next across the line. Foot to the floor. He looked like he went very close to invalidating there. He's only up a few though. 1:16.375. Benjamin 1:15.9. So he's only a 10th behind. Creation's round at the final corner, I think. No, that's not him at the final corner. It was the other Mercedes. That can't improve. Next is Hurricane, who's invalidated. And then comes Raptor. Raptor getting the toe, but it's not enough. Next is Smiggy. Smiggy jumps up to P3. A 1:16 dead from him. Tom is putting it in the pit, so it's Basketball Dan. Next across the line, and he's all over the shop. No improvement from him. Fallow round as well at the penultimate corner. Kepsky is next. Yellow flag. I don't know if that will disrupt him. Chaos at the end here. Creations. No, invalidated. And I think that's it. Yep, that will be your grid for the Tier 1 race. As I said, drama at the end as everyone pushed. Yeah, so if you like, very close qualifying. I mean, everyone with those times got a chance of winning it, really. And there's no real gap until, I don't know, Nesbe to Magnetic, there's 2/10 there, or Matthew to Thallow, there's like half a second there. Bicek never put in a time. Andrea disqualified for a glitch, I guess. Basketball Dan, the last of the runners who did put a time on the board. So there you go. Positive takes the pole on his return. Benjamin second, Smiggy third, Raptor, Demi, Zach, Tom, Creations, and Nesve Magnetic is your top 10. Matthew, Thallow, Pepski, Hurricane, Basketball Dan, Bicek, and Andrea. I'm just going to take 5 and restart the stream. Try and get my colleague in for comms. So we'll just let everyone set their setups and set their fuel, and we'll be going again shortly.